If you clicked on this video, chances are that you are using nasal decongestion sprays and you think they are harmless. Well, think again. These things might actually be ruining your life, but no worries, because I'll help you. Millions of people all across the globe are addicted to this stuff, and this number is only growing. One of the reasons for this is that you can get these things over the counter, which just means you can get them without a prescription from your doctor. Another reason is that people just don't know enough about the stuff. So in my opinion, it is the duty of every doctor to educate people about the possible dangers of using this. The story usually goes like this. It is probably winter and you have a stuffy nose. We've all known that feeling of having a stuffy nose, especially at night. It is so difficult to fall asleep. And you might have also noticed that sometimes you even have this pressure on your face because your sinuses are clogged up as well. But luckily for you, there is a very easy solution, and that is this. This is a nasal decongestion spray. If you use this, it is like God himself gave you the power to end your suffering. But it might as well be the devil under a different name called rhinitis medicamentosa. Well, if you use this spray for more than 5 days, you have a high chance of getting addicted to this. But what does that mean? Let's figure that out. To understand why these products are so addicting, I'm going to briefly and clearly explain to you how they work. Mucus, aka snot, and a congested nose form because of the swelling of the mucous membranes in your nose. And those are just the tissues in your nose. At the cause of this lies that the blood vessels in your nose widen and become more leaky, hence more snot and a congested nose. In these nasal sprays, there are products that bind alpha-1 receptors. But no worries, I won't be getting too technical here. But in essence, they again narrow the blood vessels in your nose and stop the production of snot and swelling of your mucous membranes. And this all within 10 minutes. But you must know the effects are quick, but the results are also short term. So the question still remains, why do you get addicted? Well, the word addiction is actually misplaced here. It is more a physical dependence, because in order for you to be addicted to something, there must also be a mental craving, and that is not the case here. If you take these sprays, you are disrupting the balance of your body, and especially, of course, your nose. And no surprise here, your body doesn't like that. And believe it or not, a stuffy nose has its purpose. Its purpose is to get more immune cells faster to your nose to fight the potential infection that is going on there. Unless it is a stuffy nose because you have allergies like I do. The response of your body upon taking these sprays is to downregulate these alpha-1 receptors. And that means that there will be less of these receptors. Thus the sprays will have less effect. You will need more of the same spray to become the same results. This leads to a vicious cycle where the more you use these sprays, the more you need them and the stuffier your nose becomes. That is the reason why you get addicted. And if you would stop using these sprays, you will have an even more stuffy nose than when you started using them. This is called rhinitis medicamentosa, and this means rhinitis, a stuffy nose because of the use of medications, in this instance the nasal sprays. So what can you do? Oh yeah, if this content was already helpful up until now, consider subscribing, because I'll be releasing more content like this. First and foremost, if you think you are addicted to these nose sprays, you should see your general practitioner to diagnose it, just to make sure that nothing else is going on. Alright, the harsh truth is that you'll have to stop using these sprays. But we advise to use another type of nose sprays, corticosteroid nose spray. Why? Because they are way less addictive and way safer. You must also know that it will also take 2 weeks before your addiction to the nasal decongestion nose spray will wear off. And that might not seem like a lot, but we are talking about a 2-week period of non-stop congested nose. So don't expect that you'll sleep well. You could also use saline irrigation. That takes a bit of practice, but it is just putting a fluid down your nose to clear your nose. And it is still one of the most effective ways to clear your nose. And last but not least, you should always stay hydrated during this period. Oh yeah, and also it makes it a little bit easier to sleep when you elevate your head a bit. So use an extra pillow or something. At last, I want to motivate you to say that you're not alone. There are millions of people addicted to this stuff. So don't feel bad. Seek help from your general practitioner, family and friends. Speaking of motivation, I've made a whole video about getting motivated to pursue your dreams. Watch that here.